Fellow Leader.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and may I welcome my guests to the gallery. As I see it, Madam Deputy Speaker, part of our job at Business Questions is to act as a place of record. And this has been a grim week, a week of mourning for us all. First, we mourn for Henry Novak. The whole House will know the terrible circumstances of his murder, and will, I know, feel the deepest respect for the dignity of his family in the face of such a loss. We mourn, too, the tragic loss of the 3 Royal Navy crew killed yesterday when their helicopter crashed in Devon, and the loss of Lance Corporal James Freeman of the Royal Anglian Regiment, who died on Sunday during a training exercise in Erbil. And we mourn the early death of Sir Alex Younger, as has already been mentioned in this chamber, a friend to many in and around this House who did so much to protect this country in his long tenure as Chief of the Secret Intelligence Service. But finally, I hope I may record my personal sadness at the recent deaths of 2 true Conservative parliamentarians, Sir Alan Hazelhurst and Sir Jeremy Hanley, both great public servants. In all these cases, we send our deepest condolences to their families, friends and comrades. Madam Deputy Speaker, I have 2 matters to raise with the Leader today, if I may. A first is a matter of housekeeping. Colleagues will know of my deep concerns about the current plans for the rebuild of the Palace of Westminster. The lack of scrutiny they have received to date, and in particular the prospect of an uncapped budget potentially running up to an astounding £20 to £40 billion. The R&R Client Board last met on the 2nd of March. At that meeting, I requested information, and I understood that my request had been agreed. 3 months later, as far as I'm aware, nothing has happened. I cannot even check the status of my request because the minutes have not been published in either of the 2, I note 2 parallel and apparently unconnected places on the parliamentary website. This is just not good enough. It is a disrespect to the Chamber and to the Palace as a whole. Very soon, the Government are expected to bring a motion forward asking colleagues to endorse a programme which could cost more than the original budget for HS2. Just think about that, Madam Deputy Speaker. I hope all members will think about it. At present, colleagues are manifestly under-informed and under-prepared. Can the Leader therefore reassure the House that there will be proper time for scrutiny both in the Public Accounts Committee and on the floor of the House, and that at least 3 weeks' notice will be given of any motion so that both Houses may prepare properly? Secondly, I raise a matter of both local and national importance. The Leader will know that thanks to the Hay Festival and now How the Light Gets In, every year at the end of May, Hay and its environs in my constituency become the world capital of ideas. As Arthur Miller once described it, Hay is the Woodstock of the mind. But Hay is also Hay on Wye, and the Wye, one of the loveliest rivers in Britain, remains in deep ecological distress. I've been campaigning on this issue now for 6 years, and progress, alas, has been fitful at best. The previous government published a River Wye action plan with up to £35 million earmarked to help deal with poultry manure and nutrient pollution, only for it to be discarded after the general election. But Herefordshire Council and neighbouring councils have been working hard with farmers, conservation bodies and local partners, most recently through a new charter for the River Wye, an evocative statement of shared purpose across the catchment. The root problem is a lack of joined-up collective action and a regulatory system that remains woefully insufficient. The river runs through England and Wales, but pollution does not stop at the border, and nor should policy. We need one, and we have always needed, one single approach which brings everyone together, one source of authority for the river. And that is why I am proposing statutory River Wye commissioners, an inexpensive cross-border body for the whole catchment, created by an order in council with a single recovery plan, proper shared data, published milestones, and the authority to bring all parties, businesses, farmers, campaigners, ecologists, planning, conservation and enforcement to the same table. So may we have a debate in government time on the River Wye commissioners. And perhaps the government can pick up my River Wye cleaning private members bill so that this wonderful river can be given the clear, accountable and empowered cross-border support it so urgently needs.